14. Do candidates need to fill out an employment application, or will a resume suffice?
With your revised employment application on hand, you may still be asking whether all candidates need to fill one out. The simple answer is yes. Employment applications naturally complement resumes but do a whole lot more. In addition to stimulating more interesting conversation, they help establish the employment at-will relationship. See question 63. Are the first work product that you actually ask the candidate to produce and in turn reveal important information about the individual's attention to detail or inclination to take shortcuts. Confirm the accuracy of the information presented by the applicant via a signature line. Tell me more. You should instruct any candidates coming into interview with your company to fill out the employment application as completely as possible. With those instructions, there is less of a chance that individuals will write "See resume" in the employment history section of the application. Still, you'll find people who take that all too common shortcut, and that's not an optimal way of beginning any employment relationship. Therefore, simply return incomplete applications to candidates, and ask them to fill in all the information areas before you begin your meeting. Some employers have applicants fill out the application online, but if your applicants fill out a paper form, you can analyze their handwriting. The neatness and accuracy of a candidate's print or script may be a telling sign regarding the individual's method of working. Generally speaking, those who write like typewriters tend to be very analytical and precise compared to those who write in a sloppy or haphazard fashion. Candidates who take their time filling out a questionnaire neatly will obviously make a better impression than those who view the process as a mundane or useless exercise. Finally, bear in mind that employment experts estimate that approximately 30% of information shared by candidates in interview situations is false. Falsified educational degrees, wrong employment dates, and overstated salary histories are among the most common falsifications. Historically, courts have differentiated between false statements made on resumes and falsified information on employment applications. Their interpretations placed much greater import on falsified employment applications than on resumes. Why? Because it is simply too easy for candidates to blame incorrect resume information on the resume preparation service. However, because candidates complete applications themselves and sign that the information is true to the best of their knowledge, courts have held candidates to a higher standard of truthfulness. Consequently, your decision to terminate an employee for education falsification, for example, will withstand legal scrutiny better when this decision is based on a falsified application, rather than on a resume. The legal concept associated with resume fraud or falsified employment applications is called after acquired evidence. In essence, if candidates falsify their resumes or provide false answers on employment applications in order to get a job, they may be barred from receiving damages from your company if they claim later that they have been terminated wrongfully. Federal courts have held that such behavior may preclude a terminated employee from being entitled to recover damages from the employer, even if the company was guilty of wrongful termination. One final thought. Many companies do not ask senior management candidates to fill out employment applications. Applications, instead, are reserved for rank-and-file employees only. This is not recommended, but it may be acceptable only if reserved for the most senior levels of management, that is, vice presidents and above. First, candidates at this level are often hired via employment contracts, so they're not at-will workers. The at-will language on the employment application does not apply to their employment. Second, there tends to be less fudging when it comes to JD, MBA, and CPA licenses that are often found among the ranks of senior managers. Still, let the buyer beware.